How to keep costs down during these hard times, part 3. How to keep costs down during these hard times, part 3. What's up, everybody? My name is Kier, and you are watching The Important Things That Really Matter. Today, we're going to be talking about how to keep costs down during these hard times, part 3. If you haven't looked at how to keep costs down during these hard times, part 1 or part 2, you need to go back and look at those. You need to go back and look at those. You need to go back and look at those. Those videos will help to save you a bunch of money, okay? This video right here will help to save you probably even more money. What is the subject we're talking about today? The subject that we are talking about today is, number 1, you don't have to, once again, the subject is how to keep costs down during these hard times. If you're trying to keep your costs down during these hard times, that means you do not have to be going out every weekend. You do not have to be going out every weekend. Every time you go out, you're going to be spending the money. Also, too, you don't have to be going to the mall every time you get paid. You're not going to have, then you wonder why you're in so much debt. I know people, I would say the last 3 women I've dated. One woman in the past had $30,000 of credit card debt. Another woman that I dated in the past had $60,000 of credit card debt. Another woman that I dated in the past had $50,000 in credit card debt. You do not have to go out every weekend, okay? That means going to the club. If you go to a club, what happens? You gotta pay money to get into the club. Then if you're a man, you get into a club after paying to get into the club. Now you gotta pay for your drink or 2 drinks. Now you see somebody you want to talk to. They're gonna want you to pay for her drink and maybe her girlfriend's drink. And she may want a couple of drinks. She might want a 2-drink minimum. Okay, you done walked in a place, you spent money to get in, you done paid for 1 or 2 of your own drinks, you see somebody you're interested in talking to, she wants 1 or 2 drinks, she wants you to pay for her girlfriend's 1 or 2 drinks. You see how all this money is adding up? All this money is adding up going to the club. Also, too, once again, you do not have to go out every weekend. You don't have to go out every weekend. If you want to go out maybe once a month. Don't try to go to no concert every other month. Go to a concert maybe once a quarter. Once every 4 months, go to a concert, maybe. That's if you have the money. And it also depends on how much money the concert is. Some of these concert tickets are ridiculous. Some of these concert tickets are ridiculous amounts of money. Then you get to the arena, and they got you so high up, it look like you're looking at ants performing on the stage. Okay. If you got to go to a concert, maybe go once every 4 months, go to a concert. Once every 6 months. We're talking about keeping your costs down. You don't have to go out every weekend. And especially, don't be going to the casino. You don't know if you may easily fall into developing a gambling problem. I live in the Metro Detroit area. There are so many people here that got gambling problems, okay? They got casinos downtown. They got casinos over in Canada, Windsor, across the bridge. So you got casinos downtown, and you got casinos across the bridge. Casinos were over in Windsor, Canada, before the casinos came here in downtown Detroit. Don't go to a casino. I recently normally I'm the type of person, I don't really go to casinos at all, period. And I don't like losing money, okay? That's just me. I don't like losing money. Most people would say, I don't like losing money either, but you keep going back to the casinos, okay? Maybe you got a gambling problem, okay? You might have a weed problem too. I don't know, but anyway. So a person invited me to go to a casino with them. I was like, I'm really not into casinos. She was like, well, go on. She said she got comps. I guess comps is something to let you know you can order some food if you want to, I guess. I don't know about all that stuff because I don't go to casinos. So she told me, we went down there, we got a nice meal, And then she wanted to go gamble. And I was like, I really don't gamble. So I gambled a little bit. But see, that's how it starts. Somebody asks you to go down there for some food. You play some slot machines or some other gambling things. And they don't have no windows in no casinos and stuff. And the floor is busy as I don't know what to keep you focused on having your eyes on slot machines and stuff, or whatever game you're working on. And there are no windows, so you don't know how long you've been there. That's done on purpose. It's a setup. It's a trap. And so what's end up happening is that you may not know that you may easily fall into a gambling addiction problem. Now, I had a lady that used to teach me vocals. I'm not only an auto engineer, but I'm also a music producer, and I was formerly trained as a studio engineer. Now, having said that, I used to have a lady that used to teach me vocals. And so while I would go by there, she'll teach me some vocals. I give her like $20. And what ended up happening was, every time I come over there, give her $20 to teach me vocals, she get the $20, she get happy, she want to run to the casino. I'm like, all I gave you was $20. You gonna run to the casino with only $20? Yeah. Well, she had a gambling problem, okay? Cause number one, I only gave you $20 and she really didn't have no money. Okay, so you're gonna take the $20. It's gonna cost you money for gas to go downtown. It's gonna cost you money for parking. So what, you gonna go in the casino with $5? Go to the casino with $4? What, you gonna be on the penny slot machines? I don't know. I just gave you $20 and you gotta pay for gas to get down there and come back. You gotta pay for, and so I heard situations that when people used to go over to Canada to gamble, I heard situations where people go to Canada to gamble and they didn't have enough money to come back on the bus from Canada back to the US. So there's a bridge between Detroit and Canada. There's a bridge, okay? It's the Ambassador Bridge. And to my understanding, some people that was telling me who gambles on a regular basis, it's like some people didn't have enough money to get on the bus to come back across the bridge. I'm like, wow. Wait a minute, they didn't have enough money to get back to the US? It's just coming across the bridge. You're like, well, no, they had no money. And so some people had to literally walk across this big ass bridge way up in the air. They had to get on this bridge and walk back to Detroit from Canada across the bridge, because what separates Detroit from Canada is the Detroit River, okay? Some people had to do that, walk across the bridge because they had no money for a bus to come back. I'm like, wow. This lets you know you got a gambling problem, okay? Somebody hand you $20 and you got to pay for all this stuff, and you walk into the casino with $5 think you're going to hit. You do not have to go out every weekend. You don't have to go out every weekend. You're saving hundreds of dollars by not going out every weekend. Go out maybe once a month. You will save yourself hundreds of dollars. Every month. Especially, don't go to no casino. Leave the strip clubs alone. Man, why are you going to the strip clubs? Half the women there might have HIV. Half the women there may have HIV. And you sit up here throwing money at somebody so they can rub their behind on you. I don't know if anybody knows about this, but there was a particular strip club that was shut down in the Metro Detroit area. Letty was telling me about this. She said, "You hear about what happened on the news the other day?" I was like, "No, I didn't hear what happened." She said the health department shut down one of the strip clubs in the Metro Detroit area. I'm like, "Really? Which one?" So she told me which one that they shut down. I was like, "Well, why did they shut it down?" She said, "Because the health department went into the strip club and tested all of the women, and 100% of the women had HIV. 100% of the women in the strip club had HIV. Get it? So you sit up here paying money and throwing money in the air and making it rain, and then You see somebody that you want to get with later on, because that's all that is advertising. They're advertising by shaking their behind up on the stage, knowing that men gonna come up to them and proposition them later on. Depending on how much money you got, you can get you some.